Hi friends, Madison here. Before we dive into our practice today, I just wanted to let you know that I will be uploading to YouTube semi-regularly, not super often, but if you want to practice with me on a more regular basis, I upload content on an online platform called Seek Everywhere. That's a monthly subscription-based platform, and there's some other teachers on there as well. We also offer Pilates, breathwork, meditation, mobility style classes on this platform. And again, I will be uploading to YouTube as often as I can, but if you would like a more regular opportunity to practice with me, you can find me at the link that's listed. But however you choose to join me, whether that's from YouTube or Seek Everywhere, it is an honor to share this practice with you. So thank you for being here. Hi friends, welcome to a practice today that is going to build into Birds of Paradise, and we're going to work quite a bit of side body activation. It'll get a little bit fiery at times, and we'll work into our shoulders quite a bit, working some shoulder mobility as well as opening up into the hips to help support that bind. If binds feel uncomfortable or not very accessible for you, if you have a strap at home, I recommend having that handy. If you don't have a strap, you could use something like a hand towel, not like a huge bath towel, but just a hand towel that adds a little bit of space between your hands. So either a strap or a small towel nearby. And then if you have a yoga block at home, grab that. We're going to start with our block. If you don't have a block, you could use a pillow or whatever would help elevate up the hips. We're gonna start on our backs in a supported bridge. So sliding your prop underneath you, resting your sacrum onto the prop so that your low back is suspended away from that. If you have something that's bigger than a block, you might have your low back on, and that's just fine. But if you've got a block, we really want just the sacrum to be rooted, and you can pick whatever height feels good to you. That could be lowest setting. If you want a little bit more length across the front of the hips and it feels okay in your low back, you might come up to that middle setting here. And then let your hands just rest to whatever feels comfortable, allowing yourself to settle into stillness. Shoulder blades, head, neck heavy against the ground. Feeling the feet rooted into the mat, into the floor. And finding that length across the front line of the body here. And dropping into our practice, into our space, by connecting with the breath. Start to take slow and steady inhales in and out through your nose. Sending your breath all the way down into your belly. Feeling that subtle rise and fall that happens in the belly and in the rib cage. And take one more breath. At the end of your exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. You can interlace behind the thigh or around the shin and extend your left leg long, but let your leg be heavy, relaxed. Foot is relaxed against the floor, starting to bring a little bit more length through the left hip. It might feel nice to also roll out the right ankle a couple of times. And as we have switched positions just a little bit, make sure that you didn't start to bring tension into your upper body. Could you soften your neck, shoulders? And each exhale, an invitation to find a little bit more softness, a little bit more space in the left hip and leg. One more breath. And we'll swap it out. Hug your left knee into your chest. Extend your right leg long. Again, keep your leg relaxed so you're not holding your leg up in the air, but it's really just truly softened down toward the floor. Your foot is rooted. Starting to bring that length and awareness into your right hip, right leg. And again, maybe each exhale is an invitation to find a little bit more softness, a little more space. One more breath.
Extend your left leg to meet the right leg. Arms come up overhead, so both legs are extended long. Arms are reaching long. You're in this kind of banana-esque shape here. And if this feels uncomfortable in your low back, you could return to your supported bridge. Otherwise, just breathing into that length across the entire front line of the body. But again, bringing awareness to any space that needs a little bit more softening. Maybe that's low back, maybe that's jaw. And take one more breath in this banana-esque shape. Dig your arms down by your side. Pull your feet in if they're not already. And then drive into your feet just enough that you can set that block off to the side so that it's out of your way. Lower the hips back down. Take the feet a little bit wider than your hips. They might come as wide as your mat. Take your arms off either to a T or a cactus shape, whatever feels good to you. And start to windshield wiper the lower body side to side. Keeping that length across the collarbone, the chest, but bringing a little bit of mobility now into your hip joint. Maybe not deep mobility so much as just movement. And go one more each way. And then pull your knees in toward your chest. Start to rock and roll a couple times up and down the length of your spine, rounding into your back, getting this little massage from the base of your tailbone to just below your head. Take one more. Now the top of that last one, roll over the shins, uncross your feet, and bring yourself all the way down to your belly. All the way down to your belly. Now tent your fingertips off the edge of your mat, elbows pointing up. On an inhale, drive into your feet, Spider-Man Cobra, peel the chest up. With your exhale, dip your left shoulder, look over your right shoulder. Back up through center with your in-breath. Dip right, look left. Let's go one more each way. Back up through center. Dip left, look right. Inhale to lift, squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back. Exhale to dip right, look left. Coming back through center, and then lower your chest all the way down. Extend your arms up overhead. Take a breath in to hug your ribs, your belly button in just a little bit, and then on your exhale, float your head, your chest, your arms up. So you're in this kind of locust-esque shape. Now start to reach the hands behind you. Internally rotate your shoulders so you're bringing the thumbs in. Reach the hands all the way back. Bend your elbows, make fists, pull your knuckles together above your sacrum. And then reverse that, opening your palms up toward the ceiling as you reach the arms out in front of you. Again, internally rotating shoulders. As they come behind you, bend your elbows, pull your knuckles together. And then reverse that, reaching the palms all the way up. One more time. Bending elbows, pull your knuckles together. And then reverse, palms all the way up to the ceiling. Pull your palms down to frame your rib cage. Press yourself up into a tabletop position. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Keep that block close by. We're going to use that. And start to just wiggle around in your tabletop. Maybe some cat-cows. Maybe some barrel rolls, some figure eights. Any little movements, any little wiggles. Let's go one more round of breath. Coming back into your tabletop position. Extend your right arm out in front of you. Start to open up your right chest shoulder. Your palm is going to turn away from you. And then keep turning the palm in as the thumb comes down to sweep all the way around. Bringing that full 360, so down to the floor. And then extend your arm, thumb pointing up out in front of you. Take an inhale, extend your left leg long. With your exhale, pull your elbow to your knee. Inhale, extend arm and leg long. Come back to your tabletop. We'll go to the second side. Moving kind of slow on this first one. Left arm out in front of you. Start to open up your chest shoulder. Turn the palm away from you. But then keep turning palm in, thumb down. Sweep all the way around. Thumb turns up to the ceiling. Take an inhale, extend your right leg long. With your exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to lengthen. Back to tabletop. Let's go one more each way. Right arm out in front of you. That full circle through the shoulder. Full 360 all the way around. As you inhale, right arm long, left leg long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Tabletop position, one more on the left side, reaching left arm first. That full 360 circle, moving at your shoulder joint, so feeling that articulation. As you extend left arm forward, right leg goes long. Elbow and knee meet. Inhale to lengthen. Tabletop position. Let's take it to our first down dog of practice. Tucking onto all 10 toes, sending the hips high, chest to thighs. Any movements you want to explore in your down dog, pedaling your feet, maybe swaying the head, maybe just holding in stillness, whatever you need. Take one more breath. With your next inhale, lift up onto the balls of your feet and take small steps all the way to the top of your mat, coming into your forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. You might sway side to side or bounce up and down. With your next exhale, find your way into stillness. Release the hands down. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. With your exhale, fold back down. Now tent up onto your left fingertips, bend your left knee, and inhale, twist open to the right, straightening through the right leg, right arm. Folding back through center on your exhale, we swap it out. Tent up onto the right fingertips, bend the right knee, and inhale to open to the left. Exhale to fold. Lead with your chest, sweep your arms up, coming into your high mountain. At the top cactus, your arms pull your elbows, shoulders down. Inhale back to high mountain. Hinge from your hips to fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant your palms, step or float, take your vinyasa, either through cobra, up dog, add a push-up, skip it all together. As always, however you want to take your chaturanga, your vinyasa. Take an inhale to lift up onto the balls of your feet. Travel to the top of your mat however you want to get there. Lift up halfway. Fold on the out breath. Tent up onto the left fingertips, bend the left knee, and inhale, twist open to the right. And back through center, we swap it out. Inhale to twist open to the left. Fold through center. Lead with your chest, sweep your arms up, coming all the way to your high mountain. Cactus your arms at the top, pull elbows, shoulders down. Back through high mountain. Hinge from your hips, fold back down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant your palms, step or float. Vinyasa, however you want to get back to down dog. Let's go one more round just like that. Take a breath in to lift up onto the balls of your feet. Travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, tent up onto the left fingertips, bend the left knee. Coming back through center, swap it out. Tent up onto the right fingertips, bend the right knee. And fold. Lead with your chest all the way into your high mountain. Cactus your arms at the top, pulling your elbows, shoulders down. High mountain, arms overhead. Hinge from the hips, fold back down. Halfway lift. Fold forward, plant the palms. Again, we'll meet back in down dog, however you want to get there. Landing in our down dog. It's an inhale to sweep your right leg high. Bend your knee, open up your hip, stacking right on top of left. Now start to take some circles at the right hip joint. So you're keeping your left hip rooted, your shoulders rooted, really moving at your hip. So it's not coming from your knee, but from the hip joint. And then reverse the direction of your circles. We'll meet back in that open hip shape. Take an inhale, stacking right hip on top of left. Tiger curl, pull your knee to your nose, round through your spine. Step your right foot all the way through. High crescent lunge, stack shoulders on top of hips. Fingertips go all the way up overhead. Now turn your palms so that they face all the way back to the back edge of your mat. Your thumbs are pointing off to either side, away from your body. A little bit funky here. Take an inhale. With your exhale, straighten your right leg, lean forward, airplane pyramid, but internally rotate your shoulders so you're turning the thumbs in. Sweep all the way behind you, bend your elbows, pull your knuckles together. So this should feel familiar from what we did on our bellies. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale to your crescent, bend your right knee, turn the thumbs out, palms back. Inhale to your airplane pyramid, or exhale, to your airplane pyramid. Internally rotate the shoulders, bend the elbows, pull the knuckles to touch. One more time. Reaching hands back, bend elbows, pull the knuckles to touch. Now release that shape, coming into an airplane. Extend the arms long. You can turn the palms down at this point. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Have a soft bend in the right leg, but keep lifting the left leg and the chest up. Take one more breath. Land onto the ball of the left foot. Warrior 2. Pivot your left toes, your left hip open. Take a moment to really land in your warrior 2. Driving into both feet evenly. Shoulders are stacked on top of hips. That subtle pull of your left chest and shoulder open to the back. Take another breath in. Side angle, lean your upper body forward. Elbow can hook to your thigh, almost said your thumb, or you can reach down inside of your ankle, whatever works. Watch that your right shoulder isn't up into your ear. Pull your right shoulder back. Take another breath. Reverse your warrior with your inhale. Keep a bend in your right leg as you sweep the right fingertips up and over. Now bend your left knee, pivot your right foot parallel to the left leg. So you're in a kind of side lunge, not quite a Skandasana, because we want the chest a little bit more parallel to the ground and both feet rooted evenly. Tee the arms off to the side, or of course if there's a different variation you want to go with, feel free. Now transfer your weight over towards your front leg, bending into the right knee, straighten the left. And then switch to the back. Switch to the front leg. One more time each way. Working into the hips a little bit, feeling that stability through the legs, the feet. Meeting with your right knee bent. Turn to the top of your mat. Step your left foot to meet your right. Locate your block and come all the way down to your back. If you don't have a block, you can use your hand here. You'll push your right hand to your right thigh. If you've got a block, block comes onto the right thigh and the right forearm with the longest way between the limbs here. Root your sacrum down, push your thigh into the block, push your forearm into the block. Now on an inhale, extend your left arm, your left leg long, and then exhale, pull your elbow and knee together. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, elbow and knee. One more time. Now extend your left arm off to the side at a 45-degree angle. We're rolling onto your left forearm and your left butt cheek. So just the left butt cheek is down, your right hip is lifted, but you're still pushing either your hand or your block into your thigh. If you want a little more fire, straighten through the left leg. Feeling those obliques fire. I don't know if you can see, but I am shaking here. Take one more breath. Lower all the way down to your back. Extend your block off to the side. Take a full body stretch, arms and legs go long. Inhale. Exhale, hug your knees to your chest and then rock and roll a couple of times. We'll meet back in down dog. So you can either step, float, take a vinyasa, add a crow, whatever you want here. Let's meet back in down dog in, let's say, 2 breaths. Back in down dog. Inhale to sweep your left leg high. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Start to take those circles at your left hip joint. And can you move a little bit slower than you might want to? Really feeling the hip articulating here. And then reverse the direction. Meeting back in that open hip shape. Take an inhale, stack left on top of right. Exhale, tiger curl. Pull your knee to your nose, round through your back. Step the left foot all the way through. High crescent with the breath in. Fingertips reach up toward the ceiling. Shoulders stack on top of hips. Think of a subtle pull of your left hip back, right hip forward. So hips are really squared off. Now turn your palms to face to the back. Thumbs turn out to the side. Take an inhale. With your exhale, airplane pyramid, internally rotate the shoulders, bending at the elbows, pull the knuckles together. 2 more times. Crescent pose with the thumbs out, palms reaching back. Airplane pyramid, bend at your elbows, pulling knuckles together. 1 more time. Meeting in that airplane pyramid shape. And then release that engagement of the knuckles, finding your airplane so your palms can reach toward the floor at this point. Bend your left knee to shift the weight forward, and then lift your chest, lift your gaze. Keep lifting the right heel up, so you're finding that extension at the spine. Take 1 more breath. Meeting in our warrior 2, land on the ball of the right foot, pivot your right hip, toes open. Take a moment to really settle in your shape. Adjust your feet if needed. Root down through both feet, strong and even. Take an inhale. Siding a lean your upper body forward. Again, wherever you want to go here, elbow to thigh, or reaching inside of the ankle. But watch that your shoulder isn't up in your ear. Pull that left shoulder blade back, ribs in. Take another full breath. Reverse your warrior, reaching up and back. Keep the left knee bent. Now pivot your left foot parallel to your right as you bend your right knee, keeping left leg straight. So you're in this side lunge, not quite a Skandasana, because again, we want feet rooted and chest parallel to the floor. Now shift your weight into your left knee, straighten the right, and then back. Just going side to side a couple times in this kind of skater, surfer lunge. And we'll meet with your left knee bent, turning to the top of your mat. Step your right foot to meet your left so that you can sit down onto your butt. Locate your block, come all the way onto your back. Now we'll take block onto left thigh, left forearm, extending right arm, right leg long, but push your thigh and your forearm into the block. With an inhale, reaching right arm, right leg. Exhale to pull elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull elbow to knee. 1 more time, keeping that focus on the abs here. Now take your right arm off to the side so it's at a 45-degree angle. We're rolling onto just the right hip, right butt cheek, and the right forearm. Watch it again, shoulder isn't into ear. Keep pushing into the block. So really, really active on that left side. If you want a little extra fire, straighten through the right leg. Whew. It's kind of silly how much more activation that adds. Take 1 more breath. And then gently roll onto your back, ditch your block, extend your arms, your legs long, that full body stretch, big breath in. Hug your knees to your chest, a couple of rock and rolls, and then again, however you want to get back to down dog. You could take a crow, handstand, skip it all together. That's where we'll meet in a couple breaths. Let's do 2 breaths to get back to down dog. Meeting in down dog. It's an inhale to sweep your right leg high, bend your knee, open up your hip as you go. With your exhale, pull your right knee to your left elbow, cross the midline of the body. Inhale, single leg dog, heel goes straight up. Exhale, knee to your nose around through your back, step the right foot all the way through. High crescent lunge, fingertips go up, thumbs out, palms to the back. Just 1 time, airplane pyramid, internally rotate the shoulders, bend the elbows, pull the knuckles together. Now can you keep this connection, but lift the elbows up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, finding our airplane with that engagement, that internal rotation of the shoulders and the engagement of the knuckles together. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Take 1 more breath. We meet in a warrior 2, landing onto the ball of the left foot. Inhale to open your arms off to your T shape. Deciding to lean your upper body forward. Take an internal rotation of your left shoulder for a half bind here. Your hand can either come to your sacrum, or you might be able to wrap the left hand all the way to the right thigh. You can hang here, or float the right arm toward the top edge of your mat. So you're in this kind of floating side angle, but with a half bind. Take one more breath. Feel that activation in the obliques. With your inhale, reverse your warrior. Taking our side lunge to the back, turn your right foot parallel to meet your left, bend your left knee. Now transfer your weight to the right leg. One more time each way. Transfer your weight to the left, and then transfer your weight to the right. Now think of the right leg as your kind of spring leg. Left leg will stay planted. We're coming all the way to a staff on the left leg. So push off of the right foot, pull your right knee to your chest, arms go up. So you're in a staff facing the long edge of your mat, left knee down, or left foot rather. Take your right hand to your right knee, open the knee off to the side, but watch that you didn't open up into your left hip here. Focusing just on that right hip, left hip stays stable. Take one more breath. Pull your right knee back through center. We're gonna get a little bit wild here. In a malasana, land your right foot just a few inches from your left foot, bending into both hips and knees, pulling your palms to meet at your chest. Now returning to the top of the mat, pivot onto all 10 toes. Right foot turns forward, standing split on the right leg, lift the left leg high, folding over the right leg. Now walk the hands out in front of you a little bit, take a breath in. With your exhale, pull your left knee to your nose, step your left foot in front of the right foot, standing split on the left leg, lift the right leg high. Curl the fingertips out in front of you, take an inhale. With your exhale, curl your right knee to your nose. Step your right foot in front of your left so it's more toward the top of your mat. Standing split again on the right leg, take an inhale. Forward fold, left foot meets the right. Chair pose, bend your hips, bend your knees, sweep your fingertips up. Now find a chair orientation that feels good to you. That could be big toes touch, heels apart. That could be feet hip width distance. Really doesn't matter to me. Do what feels good in your body. Tuck your tailbone. Well, I mean, it matters to me that you do what feels good in your body. Hug the ribs in slightly and then take your hands behind you, elbows open wide. Take a breath in. On your exhale, lateral flexion at the right side spine. Bring your right elbow to tap your right thigh, or at least toward the right thigh. Come back through center on your in-breath. Now go left to left, so lateral flexion at the left side. Back through center. One more time each way. Right to right. Back through center. Left to left. Inhale back through your chair with your elbows open. On your exhale, come to stand. High mountain sweep the fingertips up. Hinge from the hips, fold forward. Take a halfway lift. Plant your palms, vinyasa, however you want to. We'll meet in down dog. All right, what a journey. That whole thing on the left side. Take an inhale, sweep left leg high, bend your knee, open up your hip. With your exhale, pull across to the right elbow. Back up through single leg dog, heel goes straight up. Knee to your nose, round through your back. Step your foot all the way through. High crescent, but flip the palms back, thumbs out. Just one time, airplane pyramid, sweeping, internal rotation, thumbs in. Bend your elbows, pull your knuckles together. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. So think of squeezing the shoulder blades to lift the elbows, lift the shoulders. Can you keep that? Find your airplane. So on your left foot, lifting the right leg. Keep lifting chest gaze. So you've got that slight extension of the spine. Take one more breath. Warrior two, land on the ball of the right foot. Pivot your toes, your hip open. Side angle, lean the upper body forward. Taking a half bind, internally rotating right shoulder. Hand comes behind you, maybe to your sacrum or maybe all the way around to your thigh. And if you're like, I don't want any more internal rotation, you can keep the arm up, that's just fine. You can stay here, or possible that you float the left arm up toward the top edge of your mat. Take another full breath. Reverse your warrior on your inhale. Pivoting to your side lunge, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, arms to a T. Now we transfer the weight to the left leg, straighten the right, and then over to the right, over to the left. Keep your left knee bent. This is your spring leg. Right foot stays rooted. So pushing off of your left leg to find staff on the right leg. Pulling your knee up towards your chest. Left hand to left knee. Open your hip off to the side. Reaching right arm up, or of course if there's a different position that helps you balance, do you. With your next inhale, come back through center, squaring your knee to your chest. Malasana, so you're just stepping that left foot a couple of inches outside of the right foot. We turn all 10 toes to the top of the mat, root down into your left foot, standing split on the left leg. Now crawl the hands out in front of you a little bit, take an inhale. With your exhale, pull your right knee to your nose. Step your right foot in front of your left. Standing split on the right leg. Again, crawl the hands out in front of you a little bit. Take an inhale. Pull your knee to your nose. Round through your back. Step your left foot toward the top of your mat. Standing split. One more time on the left leg. Inhale. Forward fold. Ooh. Chair pose. Bend your hips. Bend your knees. Sweeping arms up, and then take a moment to tuck the tailbone, hug the ribs in. Hands come behind you now, elbows out wide. We'll go to the left side first. Take an inhale. Left elbow toward left thigh, laterally flexing at the spine. Back through center, right to right. One more time each way. Left to left. Right to right. Back through center on the inhale. Come to stand on the exhale. Whew. Take a breath in, arms up. Hinge from the hips, fold forward. Halfway lift. Find your way back to down dog, however you want to get there. Meeting in down dog. Inhale. Sweep your right leg high, bend your knee, open up your hip. Take your right knee to your left elbow. Falling triangle, right foot, it kicks off the left edge of your mat. Left arm comes all the way up toward the ceiling. Now you might just hang here, or option to lower and tap your right hip glute to the ground, and then drive through the feet to lift the hips back up. 2 more times. Lower and tap right hip, right glute, and then drive the hips back up. 1 more time. Lower and tap. Hips go high. Plant your left hand to the top of your mat. Curl your right knee to your nose. Step your right foot all the way through. High crescent with the inhale. Do your airplane for just a moment, pushing off of the right leg to lift the left leg, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Warrior 2, pivot your left toes, your left hip open. Side angle, option to reach both arms toward the top of your mat like you've caught an imaginary beach ball in your hands. Reverse your warrior. Side lunge to the back of the mat. Right foot turns parallel to the left. Bend the left knee. Transfer your weight to the right leg. Right leg is your spring leg. Staff on the left leg at the back of your mat. Now, if possible, hook your right arm. Maybe it's just your wrist. Maybe you can get your elbow underneath your right knee and then open your knee off to the side. Maybe working a little bit more compression of hugging your knee to your rib cage. Take 1 more breath. Release, pull your knee back through center to square off with the chest. Malasana, step your right foot, bending into your hips, your knees. Now we turn all 10 toes toward the top of the mat, standing split on the right leg. Now, you can take that same kind of walking, standing split we did before, or maybe you take a couple of hop switches. So you plant the hands out in front of you, shifting your weight to the ball of your right foot. It's a little hop switch. You land on the left leg. Walk the hands out in front of you, lifting onto the ball of the left foot. Again, a little hop switch to land on the right leg. Whew. Let's do 1 more. Little hop switch, landing onto left leg, and then forward fold. Whee! Chair pose, bend your hips, bend your knees, sweep the arms up. Take your hands behind you, elbows out wide. Just 1 time, bring your right elbow towards your right thigh. Now, this is gonna be a little bit weird, but keep your elbow and your thigh connected as best you can. All your weight back into your left leg. Start to lift your right foot from the ground. So again, you're doing your best to keep your right elbow and your right knee or thigh connected. So you might have a little lateral flexion on that right side spine, that's okay. You're basically in a birds of paradise, but without the bind. Take one more breath. Slowly lower the right foot all the way back down. High mountain, straighten through both legs, arms up overhead. Hinge from your hips, fold back down. Whew. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant your palms, step or float, vinyasa, or skip it. We meet in down dog. It's an inhale to sweep left leg high, bending knee, opening up hip. Pull your left knee to your right elbow. Fallen triangle, left foot off the right edge of your mat. Right arm goes all the way up toward the ceiling. Again, you can hang here or a little lower and tap of the left glute, left hip, and then lift back up. 2 more times, lower and tap. Lift back up, 1 more time. Back into your fallen triangle, hips high. Plant the right palm, curl the left knee to your nose, step your left foot all the way through. Whew, what a journey to get to crescent. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to your airplane, but just for a moment. All of your weight to your left leg, lift the right leg. Warrior 2, landing onto the ball of the right foot, pivot your toes, your hip open. Side angle option to float both arms toward the top of the mat. Reverse your warrior. Side lunge to the back, left foot turns parallel to the right, bend your right knee. Transfer your weight over to your left leg. Left leg is your spring leg. Staff on the right leg, so to the back of the mat. Pull your left knee up to your chest. Could be a couple little steps to get you there too, that's fine. Now hook your left arm anywhere along the arm, if possible, underneath your left knee, and then open that off to the side. Ooh, I almost went down. Option to work a little bit more compression by really hugging your knee in towards your rib cage. Take 1 more breath. Release, knee squares off with your chest. Malasana, dropping your left foot down. We pivot, all 10 toes toward the top of the mat, standing split on the left leg. Now again, you can take that same kind of walking, standing split to the top of your mat, or you got an option to take those little kick switches. So you're lifting onto the ball of the left foot, pushing off of the left leg to switch to the right leg. And then again, walk the hands out in front of you, lifting to the ball of the right foot, little kick switch, landing on the left. Keep going till you get to the top of your mat. And of course, if you want some hang time in a handstand, don't let me stop you, go for it. We'll meet in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Chair pose, bend the hips, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Take the hands behind you, elbows out wide, left to left. Now we keep your left elbow and your left knee connected. All of your weight into your right leg. Start to come to stand on the right foot, keeping that connection of left to left. I can feel my ponytail getting more and more unhinged as the wildness continues. Take 1 more breath. Slowly lower all the way back down. High mountain drive through both feet, reach the arms up overhead. Hinge from your hips, so fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant the palms, step or float, journey back to down dog, however you'd like to. Landing in down dog, take a slow and steady inhale. Slow and steady exhale. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Pull your knee to your nose, step your right foot through, opening to our warrior 2 right away. Pivoting left toes, left hip open, arms long. Now this is where your strap or your towel might come in handy. Finding our side angle first, leaning upper body forward. We start by half bind with the left arm. And to work your right arm, you need to internally rotate your shoulder. So you're sweeping your thumb in front of your thigh, and then wrapping behind you. And possible that you can interlace your fingers here, or again, if you have a towel or a strap, that will create a little bit of space between the hands. If you just want to hang here, that is a great place to stay. If you want to work your birds, take your gaze to your right foot. I like to first step my left foot just halfway up the mat, and then all the way to the top of the mat. You bring all of your weight into your left leg to start to lift your right leg up. And you can keep your leg bent here. You might be able to work it to straight if that works for you. Whatever feels good in your body. Just think of staying as tall as you can in your spine. One more breath. Start to gently work your way back down to the right foot. Unwind the arms. Step your left foot back and then pivot to a wide forward fold. Whew, a couple breaths here. For whatever you'd like. Maybe you just kind of bounce or sway. Any little movements, any little wiggles, or any stillness that speaks to you. And take one more round of breath. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. We'll meet in down dog. I'm just going to step straight there, but if you want a vinyasa, please feel free. Landing in down dog. Breathe in to sweep the left leg high. Step the left foot all the way through. Warrior two. Pivot your right toes, your right hip open. First, we start by finding side angle. Internally rotate the right shoulder, bringing your hand behind you. Now we internally rotate left shoulder to turn the thumb in. You're reaching in front of the thigh and then wrapping underneath and back. Maybe fingers interlace. Maybe you've got some type of support here. Gaze toward the left foot. Right foot, again, I like to just step halfway up the mat first and then all the way to the top of the mat, but you do you. All of your weight into the right leg to start to lift. I'm going down. To start to lift your left leg up. If your hands are sweaty like mine are, almost just lost that. You can keep your left knee bent, or you might be able to work it to straight, whatever your preference is. Take one more breath. Gently releasing back down to the left foot. Unwind the arms and then step your right foot back, pivot to your wide forward fold. Again, any movements you want, stretches, wiggles, stillness, whatever speaks to you. Couple breaths here. This is an opportunity to get upside down if you want it. You could work into handstand, headstand, anything that calls your name. Take one more round of breath. Crawling all the way to the top of your mat. And then stepping into your down dog. Of course, if you want a vinyasa, feel free. We'll shift into a much slower pace energy of the practice. Coming into pigeon, bringing your right knee outside of your right wrist. Of course, if you want to take figure four on your back, you're welcome to start to head there now. Extending left leg long. As you land, pull your right hip back, left hip forward, so the hips are nice and squared off. You could work your shape a little bit more upright, or you could fold a little bit deeper. A couple breaths here to just enjoy the stillness. Is there anywhere in the body that you could release even just a tiny bit more tension? Take 2 more rounds of breath. You can slowly make your way out of your shape. Taking your time, kind of savoring every little step out. If there's a counter pose you want to head into, maybe a wild thing, scorpion dog. Take your time, there's no rush. We'll meet back in down dog, but if you're not quite at my pace, no worries. You can start to set up left side as you feel ready for it. Bringing left knee outside of your wrist. Pulling left hip back, right hip forward. Folding a little bit deeper just as you feel ready for it. I've definitely kept us in a little bit more silence at this point, but know that I'm still very much right here in this practice with you. But I think it's important to allow for space and pockets of silence. Take 2 more breaths. Slowly making your way out of your shape as you feel like you've got what you've needed from both sides. And take your time coming out of your position, out of your posture. And if there's a counter pose you'd like to head into, feel free to work into whatever that might be for you. Meeting in down dog. Whenever you've arrived, walk your feet forward all the way to your hands. And then drop down to your hips and all the way down to your back. As you land, pull your feet together, knees apart, in a butterfly shape here. It might feel nice to kind of bounce the knees up and down a couple times, but keep the feet rooted here. Feet rooted together, I should say. And then you could either hang in this stretch or option to start to push your feet so much so into one another that you feel the legs fire up. And then drive into the knife edge of your feet to lift the hips up. So you're in this kind of butterfly bridge pose. Couple breaths, whatever variation you're in, whether the hips are lifted or rooted to the mat. One more breath. Lower the hips back down if they were lifted, and then hug both knees into your chest. Just rock side to side a couple times. And then stack knees on top of hips, ankles and knees in one line. Keeping that alignment, open your arms to a T and then let both knees drop to the right. Finding just a very gentle twist here. That length and openness across the left side. With your next inhale, draw the knees up through center. And over toward the left again for this very gentle supine twist. With your next inhale, pull the knees back through center. If it would feel good, you could work into a happy baby pose here, or maybe a happy baby variation where you've got your legs extended long. I like to wrap my 2 peace fingers around your big toe, but do what feels good in your body. You might play with some movement, kind of wiggling side to side. Take one more breath. You can release the feet. If there's any last movements, shapes, stretches, anything you want to head into, I'm going to head into a shoulder stand. You could head into something like a bridge. If shoulder stand is in your practice, you can find shoulder stand. Thinking of keeping your neck long here, and you're kind of hugging your elbows in toward the body, using your triceps as a little bit of a shelf here. And then I like to just hook the heel, or rather the ball of my hand, to my hips, to my sacrum. If you want to work into plow pose, you could start to drop the legs behind you, whatever feels good to you. And of course, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's just whatever your body is craving or needing. When you feel like you've got what you've needed, you can start to slowly make your way out of any last shapes, movements, and into your Shavasana. Extending arms and legs long. Allowing yourself to really find rest, stillness, in both body and in mind. I'm going to offer a couple rounds of Brahmari or bumblebee breath. You can absolutely take it or leave it. And for Brahmari, we will inhale and exhale with the lips sealed, so through the nose. But on your exhale, you will hum the entire exhale. So take a breath in to prepare. With the lips sealed, begin to hum. 2 more times. Let the breath return to its normal, natural rhythm. Enjoy as long as you have to stay in your Shavasana, in this sacred part of the practice. Whenever you are ready to transition out, take your time. Don't rush your way up into a seat, but really savor every step out. And this is where I will leave you. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. It is such an honor to share this practice with you. It's an honor to move with you from wherever you're moving from. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.